Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Corine and I do tarot readings here on YouTube. So for today's pick a card reading, we are asking Spirit, what are people saying about you behind your back? So any type of gossip, this doesn't have to be negative, just what people are talking about when they speak about you. So today I have 3 cards for you to choose from. So for group number 1, you have the Star card. For group number 2, we have the King of Swords. And then lastly, for group number 3, we have the 6 of Wands of this hummingbird. Okay, so whenever you feel most drawn to one of these piles, you can just check the description box down below for the timestamps. And then let's see what people are saying about you when you are not around. Hi everyone in group number 1. So you guys chose the Star card. So immediately with this card, I see you guys as maybe being of a type of celebrity status. So maybe you are a public figure or just quite well known in the community. And I think people see you as someone very unique and someone that might be a bit unconventional. With the Star, I also get like Aquarius energy. So maybe you have different ways of expressing yourself. Maybe you have a unique sense of style, or you have a lot of piercings or tattoos or something like that. But it could also be that you keep to yourself quite a bit and people almost see you as a wish. So maybe there isn't a lot of people that have the opportunity to be in your presence and to experience your energy and to have conversations with you. So maybe you have like a bit of an unreachable persona or appearance to people in the community. But once they get to know you, they see even more how much of a unique person you are. So to get some more information about how people look at you and what they say about you, I'm going to be using the Animal Spirit Oracle. So Spirit, for group number 1, how do people see group number 1? What are they talking about group number 1? Okay, I'll take both of them. Okay, so we have the Earthworm and we have the Crow. Okay, so first off, we have some colors here that is like contained in these 2 circles. So as I said, I think maybe you present yourself as a bit unattainable, but as people get to know you better, they start to see all of these colors, all of these layers to your personality. And even with the Star card, you see the colors are almost condensed around this person. So there's definitely a contrast between what you choose to share with others in the general environment compared to what you share with others when they know you on a personal level. Now, the Crow here is air energy and the Earthworm is earth energy. So I think you have quite a good balance between like being a stable person and using your intellect to move through life. And I think people look up to this. So maybe you have like strong Capricorn placements, or maybe something like, as I said, Aquarius, which is an air sign, or even Gemini. So I think you have a way of striking a balance between the 2, like making plans and sticking to it, which other people might find very difficult to do in their own lives. And I do think this also helps you to pursue your dreams and to achieve your wishes, because you have a way of setting goals for yourself and then like maybe making steps on how to achieve that goal. And since you have such a stable energy and strong intellect, you have to follow through to actually achieve anything that you want. Now with the Earthworm, this is also like an animal or an insect that lives underground. So as I mentioned previously, I do think you might keep to yourself more and maybe more of an introvert. And I do think you almost like stay a bit coiled into yourself. I also get like Virgo energy with this, so maybe you are a bit of a hermit, you like to stay at home. You see this fairy sitting here on her own in this like temple, so maybe you are very adamant that you want to have peaceful energy around you, and so you choose to spend most of your time by yourself because others might influence your energy in a negative way. Now with the crow, this is like a very spiritual energy for me as well, even though this isn't like one of the spiritual cards in the Animal Spirit Oracle deck. But you know, crows are associated with like witches and witchcraft. So it could be that people see you as a type of spiritual person. They might talk about like how they wonder how you manifest all of your dreams. Maybe they think that you are part of some type of occult group or something like that. But I just think there's a lot of intrigue and mystery around you and around your personality that people like to discuss when you are not around. I think they really try to figure out how your mind works and maybe how your daily life works as well. I get like sixth house placements with you, so maybe you have like a healing energy, and something about how you just run your daily life is something that people find very intriguing, and they would really like to know more about that. So I'm going to be getting an archetype card as well. So Spirit, for group number 1, can we get more information about how people see group number 1 and what they talk about group number 1 behind their backs? Okay, that's too many. Just one, please. Still too many. Okay, wait. I'm just going to take this one. Let's see. We have hero/heroine. Now with the light attribute, it says passion for a journey of personal improvement, and the shadow attribute is escapism and a false sense of heroism. So I definitely sense once again this idea that you have some type of ability to go after your dreams, and to really like climb every mountain that comes on your path. So once again, this idea of having earth placements and really following through with your plans, that's really sticking out to me in your reading. And I think this also relates to like personal empowerment in terms of your spiritual journey. So with this crow again, I do think you are also someone that likes to work on improving their spiritual life. So you might be using the same strategies that you use for your career or studies or whatever for your spiritual well-being as well. So maybe you have like a meditation, a ritual, or you go on daily walks, or you do lots of yoga or something like that. And I think people can see this about you, and they look up to you in terms of how you spend your time on improving your spiritual well-being, and I do think they see you as a bit mystical in that way as well. So maybe you are a type of guide to other people. You could be quite wise beyond your years, and when they have conversations with you, you really like bring color to their life with these colors here, but also you have a way to illuminate certain truths that other people might not be able to see. You see this lady here with this like star wand as well. I do think you have a way of just leading people consciously or unconsciously, and showing them how to follow in your footsteps. So people really talk about that when you are not around. So if you were unaware, I think you are really like an inspiration to a lot of people. Okay, so now I'm going to be using tarot to get some more information about what people say about you. So Spirit, can we get for group number 1, please? What are people talking about when they think about group number 1? 5 of Swords. Okay. I feel like you have a way of standing up for yourself. So many people that like shine a bright light are confronted with people that want to dim your light and that want to bring you down. So I do think there might be some people that have some sharp words when they speak to you because they feel almost threatened, but you know how to set a boundary and how to like how to stand your ground and protect yourself in these situations. Once again, with this air energy, I think you are very smart, so you know how to like speak very eloquently, and you know how to like formulate arguments. Okay, we also have the Six of Cups in the reverse and the King of Pentacles. So I do think you have like a balance between emotional and more rational energy. Now with the Six of Cups here, I almost feel like you have a sense of familiarity about you. When people speak to you, it's almost like they instantly feel comfortable. And I do think there are a lot of people from your past that talk about you. Maybe they are missing having interactions with you because, as I said earlier, I think you like to keep to yourself and you like to protect your energy. So maybe when you see that other people aren't investing as much energy into you, you choose to remove yourself from situations, and then people really like realize what an impact your presence had on them, and they really miss interacting with you. So this could be like childhood friends, even like family. I think you have influence in a lot of areas in life. And with the King of Pentacles, once again, I'm getting earth energy, and I think people see you as quite abundant in terms of the material world. Maybe they see you as someone that came from a good background, or just someone who has built themselves up in terms of their like financial wealth, or maybe you seem like someone who is just very stable in general, and stable in terms of how you handle finances and your career. Let's get some clarifiers here. Please, Spirit, for group number 1. Three of Pentacles. Yes, so definitely I feel like people might try to compete with you in the workplace. Since you are someone that really knows how to achieve their goals, I think your co-workers really look up to you. This might even be like people that study with you or go to school with you. Or even just like other types of partnerships like in family. I do sense that there's quite like jealousy around you. So many people, they really want to figure out how it is that you can achieve your goals so effortlessly, it seems. And this is what causes some type of conflict in your life sometimes. We also have the Fool in the reverse here. So I do think you are very careful not to take risks. I think people might see you as a bit naive, but then they see how you handle situations and they realize that that isn't the case. So maybe you present yourself as someone emotional, empathetic and understanding, but also behind the scenes you are quite calculating in terms of how you make choices. So linking in with this idea of being very strategic and using your intellect and your more earthy qualities to build your life. Let's get one more here. Okay, 2. We have the Hierophant in the reverse, and we have the Two of Cups. So with the Two of Cups, I do think there's quite a lot of people that would like to be in a relationship with you. I think a lot of people see you as like husband or wife material or just partner material. So maybe you have like a lot of suitors, and with the Hierophant in the reverse, usually this talks about tradition. So I do think you have like a bit of an unconventionality about you, and this is also why people are attracted to you, because they want to experience your way of life and they want to experience your unique energy. As I mentioned in the beginning, I think people see you as a type of wish and someone that is a bit unattainable. This could also be why the Hierophant is in reverse, because upright it can talk about like traditions like marriage. So maybe many people feel like they aren't like good enough to one day be married to you or have some type of very serious relationship, even though there's quite a few people who will be interested or would be interested in having a relationship with you. Now with the Two of Cups, I also think people definitely see you as someone emotional and who has a big heart that you are willing to share with the people close to you. And I think people are very interested to know who you are beneath all of your seriousness and your intellect that you use in your daily life. Okay, group number 1. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys in terms of what people are saying about you behind your back. It's very positive. I think in general people would really like to experience your energy more because they really wonder about who you are beneath the surface, and they can see that you're a unique individual with lots of interesting ideas and really lots of layers to your personality that they would like to experience. So if this resonated with you guys, you can let me know in the comments down below. If you want to, you can give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to be updated when I post future videos. Otherwise, I just wish you guys all the best. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hi everybody in group number 2. So you guys chose the King of Swords for your card. So immediately with this card I'm getting like a very smart vibe from you guys. So maybe you are an air sign, so that is Libra, Aquarius or Gemini. Or maybe you just have like prominent air placements. Your chart ruler could even be like Mercury. I always associate Mercury with like someone that's witty and intelligent. Obviously this doesn't have to apply. It's just like could be some extra confirmation for you guys. So today we are asking Spirit what people are talking about when they talk about you behind your back. So this can be positive or negative. We're just going to see what people say about you when you are not around. So I'm going to be starting with an Animal Spirit Oracle card. In group number 1 we got 2, so maybe that will be the case as well for you guys. So let's see, Spirit for group number 2. What are people saying about them when they are not around? What is the gossip on group number 2? We have Vulture. Some more air energy. Let's get one more. That is too much. Just one, please. Okay, and we have the Rabbit. Interesting. This is Earth energy. So we actually had air and earth in group number 1 as well. But it's a bit different with you guys. So first off, with the Vulture, you see, I don't know if you can see this, but there's like some purple around the shape of the bird. So I see this as relating to the crown chakra. So people see you as very wise. They might talk a lot about things that you have said to them in conversations. And, you know, the Vulture comes and cleans up carcasses once other predators like lions or hyenas or leopards or whatever is done with the food. So maybe you have a way of helping people declutter their thoughts. You have a way of clearing up confusion. And I also associate the Vulture with like healing energy. So maybe people find a lot of peace from talking to you. You might have a way of calming people's minds. I do think, once again, this shows what a smart individual you are. So I really think your intellect is something that people discuss quite a lot. Now with the Rabbit, all of this red makes me think of the root chakra. So I think you are seen as a very stable person. And someone that lives a very like calm and balanced life. Now what's interesting to me is the contrast between like the Rabbit and the Vulture. So the Rabbit is more like almost like a community animal, and a bit like more of a scared animal. So maybe people do see that you have the softer side to you as well. So this might be the way that you present yourself in general, but this is how you are when people get to know you better. So maybe you are quite a soft person once people move past this outer shell. And I think for you, maybe your friends are quite important, or your family, and you really make space for them in your life. I'm going to be using the Archetype deck from Myss just to get some more information. So Spirit for group number 2, can we get a card on how people see them, what they talk about group number 2 when they are not around? Okay, we have King. It says, with the light attributes, enlightened, benevolent leadership benefiting those in charge. And the shadow attributes are excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. Okay, so definitely you are some type of leader in your community. And with the blue here, I think of the throat chakra. So once again, the way you speak is very, very unique, and people really think about conversations when they think about you. So you could be someone that is in some type of career where you use communication, or where you use your words a lot. And I do think a lot of people look up to you. And I do sense a little bit of an intimidation when it comes to you. I think people are almost like in this rabbit energy when they are in your presence. They feel a bit exposed almost. And I do think they are scared that you might have a sharp tongue as well. So they could tread very lightly when they are in your presence. The vulture is it's not a nice animal. I'm sorry if I'm going to offend anyone. It's not like a pretty animal. It's just, it has like these eyes that look at you and everything. And they have like very good eyes because they have to see from above, like where all the carcasses and stuff are. So I think you are very discerning, and you have a way of showing people on their faults, and just maybe being a bit blunt in some cases. It could be that in your conversations you tend to lean more towards the logical side than the emotional. So maybe you don't always choose your words so well. It's not that you intend to hurt someone, but you are more concerned with the truth than you are with sparing people's feelings. And when I think about a king, like, in the history, kings would like execute people if they were traitors or whatever. And I do think in a metaphorical sense, people are scared to be like executed by you. You might have a very sharp tongue, as I said, and they are just scared of your judgment. But with this rabbit energy again, I do think there is a much softer side to you once people move past this vulture energy. And they do appreciate your insights and your wisdom, as I said, with the crown chakra. It's just that maybe sometimes it hits too close to home, and it's almost like they feel too exposed in your presence. Okay, so I'm now going to use the normal right away to get some more information. So Spirit, for group number 2, can we get more information about what people are saying about them? Okay, we have the Star. And then we have the Emperor. We also had the Star in group number 1. That was the card they picked. This is interesting. There's quite a lot of like synchronicities. So with the Star, I do think you are quite unique. And once again, this gives me like Aquarius energy, so air sign energy. Definitely someone very smart. And with the Emperor, this really relates to the King for me. And this is card number 4. And 4s are also associated with like stability. So definitely you are someone that is very stable, a type of leader figure. And I do think you have some type of authority. Maybe you are in position where you can almost decide over other people's fate, if I can put it like that. So maybe in a company you are in a more senior position, and your co-workers or the people that work below you really see you as this leader, and this emperor figure. And you know, this can also talk about like people maybe seeing you as quite abundant in your general life. Maybe they see you as someone who has a lot of money, or they might just talk about like your positions and how you manage to gain the position that you're in, and how you manage to gain your material wealth. Let's get some more here. Here we have the Hierophant in the reverse. Interesting, this also came up in group number 1. So there is some type of unconventional side to you as well. So maybe the way that you have worked yourself up to this position is a bit different to how people normally climb the ladder in the corporate world. Let's get some more. What's this? Ace of Swords. So some more air energy here. Definitely you are someone that brings truths to light. So the idea of conversation is really coming through in this group for me. So there's something about your words that is very unique, and the way that you can use your discernment is your greatest strength, and maybe even your greatest weakness, as I said, because it might scare people that you can really look through all of the facades that people put up, and maybe like with fake news in the media, you're also like the first person that would say, but this is total crap, blah blah blah, you know, this can't be true. We have to look at the facts and the studies and whatever, and I do think there's this crown here as well, and people see you as a leader in terms of shining the light on truth, which is very important, because a lot of people are very fake and they tell all types of stories. We have the Seven of Wands in a reverse. I do think people realize that you had to fight for your position. It wasn't something that just like fell out of the sky and fell into your lap. So I do think they appreciate that about you, that you had to build yourself up. And I do think this also influenced the way that you speak, and maybe you learned that you have to have strong boundaries and that you have to be truthful to get certain positions in life. And maybe even sometimes you have to use some more harsh words, because you can't always just try to keep the peace. You really do have to speak the truth, and sometimes we do hurt people when we choose to be honest. Let's get a last card here. Okay, and we have the World card. So I really do see people talking about all of your successes in life. You might seem like someone who has it all with this World card. And at the back of the deck we have the Two of Pentacles. So I do think people look up to the way that you have a way of balancing things in your life. So maybe you have quite a few things that needs your attention. Maybe you have more than one job or whatever, or like a family and a very successful career that you have to maintain, and people wonder like how you can maintain this balance between the two of them. Okay, so group number 2, that is what I see for you guys. That is what people are saying about you when you are not around. I wish you guys all of the best, and if you want to, you can give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I hope you guys just have a lovely day, and I will see you in a future video soon. Bye. Hi everybody in group number 3. So you guys chose the Six of Wands card. So you might be in fire sign. So this is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. But this card talks about like victory and people having admiration for you. Now the hummingbird, I always associate that with like creativity as well. And creativity is also associated with the wands deck. So maybe you are just like a very fiery and creative person in general. But we'll see what the other cards say. So today we are asking Spirit what people are talking about when they speak about you behind your back. So I'm going to be using the Animal Spirit Oracle now, just to get some more clarification about how people see you or what they talk about when they speak about you. So Spirit, for group number 3, please. What do people say about group number 3? And it's going to talk about like your energy and like what type of energy you embody in public or in private. So just like maybe prominent energy in your birth chart as well. So this could be like in the other 2 groups there was a lot of earth and air energy. Let's see. Oops, it's too many. Just one at a time, please, Spirit, for group number 3. Okay, we have the crocodile. So this is water energy. And then one more, please. That's too many. Okay. We have the deer, some earth energy. Okay. So first off, with the crocodile, you might have some water placements as well. So this is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I actually get quite a Scorpio vibe since this card is very dark. I do see people lurking quite a lot on your social media and maybe stalking you a bit, keeping a watchful eye on you. But I think they sense that there's a lot beneath the surface. You have like a very mysterious energy about you. And I always see a Scorpio as a bit of a fire sign as well. So as I said, the wands are associated with the fire signs. So with the crocodile, I do think you are also a very observant person, and you might like to be a bit more of a watcher than a doer. But with this deer energy, we have all of this green here. So I do think you have a very big heart, because green is associated with the heart chakra. And you know, it's interesting, like a deer, I always think of like a deer caught in headlights. So maybe you seem as a very tough person on the exterior. You know, crocodile can literally bite your head off. But when people look closer, they see this more like deer type of energy, a much more softer person. And this is earth, so maybe you have some earth energy in your chart. I'm thinking like maybe Taurus, Venus, or something like that. You can even be like an earth moon, so maybe a Virgo moon. And I do think there's actually something prominent about your eyes as well with this crocodile. So maybe you have a way of looking at people that makes them feel a bit uncomfortable. This is interesting energy. I think you are very almost contradictory. You may have some Gemini somewhere that makes you a bit of a double-sided person. You know, you have almost like 2 settings, one that is very serious and then one that is a lot more emotional. It could just be that in your birth chart you have quite a range of different signs. So you might have fire and earth and water. And so you have a lot of maybe hobbies or just creative pursuits in your life. Now I'm going to be using the normal Rider-Waite tarot just to get more information about what people say about you. So Spirit, can we get some more information for group number 3, please? What do people say about group number 3? Okay. 7 of Cups. Actually, I forgot to have an archetype card for you guys, so I'm first going to be doing that. Spirit, for group number 3, an archetype card, please. You might be a bit forgetful. That might be your energy coming through here. Just one, please. Maybe you're a bit clumsy as well. I do associate like a more forgetful energy with creative people. Maybe you have quite a lot of things that you have to tend to, and this makes you forget some less important things in your life, or maybe even important things in your life. Okay, this is too much. Just one, please. Okay, we have Seeker. It says, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. And the shadow attribute is inability to commit to a path once found. Okay, so I do sense that maybe people see you as having a bit of a flighty energy. With this deer as well, as I said, like a deer caught in headlights, you might seem a bit all over the place, like almost like you can't keep your focus on one thing for too long. And maybe I'm sensing like a bit of a Sagittarius energy here as well. So maybe you have a tendency to not like run away, but just to not commit to things too seriously. Especially with the 7 of Cups here, I think there's just a lot of things that you would like to focus on, and you have a bit of trouble to stick to one thing. And I do think people admire you for your range of maybe interests, but they also see you as someone that doesn't really know how to settle down with one thing and to just focus on perfecting your craft in that one thing. Let's get some more information. Okay, I have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we also have the Devil. It could be that you live a more like free life. Maybe you are someone that uses substances like some type of drug or whatever, and I think people feel like you aren't reaching your full potential with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe they see you as someone who parties a bit too much. This is Capricorn energy. Maybe you guys should look at your Saturn placement in your birth chart as well to see some type of karma maybe that you guys have. And with Seeker, I almost feel like you seek pleasure in situations. And like I said, maybe people just feel like you are lacking some type of stability, because like this Deer card is earth energy, but I get a more like frightened energy than a stable energy. So it almost feel like people see you as someone who is afraid of responsibility. Let's get some more clarifiers here. Okay, we have Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, I definitely get the sense that you have trouble grounding your ideas, and it's almost like you're a bit all over the place, trying to experience new things all of the time. And this is causing you to have some type of lack in your material world. Maybe you move around a lot. And we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So this can talk about an unequal give and take. So I feel like Spirit is calling you guys out a bit today. Maybe you have a tendency to sponge on other people a bit. So maybe you are codependent in some type of relationships. And this is some shadow attribute that you have to work on. Okay, so we also have the Four of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. They both came out sideways. So if cards come out sideways, you can read that as a type of block. Or I like to do that. I learned that from the Hermit Tarot on YouTube. She's very nice. You can check her out. We don't know each other. I just like watching her videos. So the Four of Swords talk about talks about someone that is like in retreat or in isolation, you know, in a rest period. And the Ten of Pentacles is really about like complete abundance in terms of the material world. So I think what Spirit is trying to say here is that you're keeping yourself stuck by entertaining certain things in your life, like certain obsessions or addictions, or just like living a more hedonistic life. And this is keeping you from experiencing much more abundance in your material world. And I do really sense that you guys are almost afraid of growing up. Maybe this is a sense or a case of Peter Pan syndrome, you know, trying to stay young in some type of way, and then running away when things become too serious. But with the Six of Wands, we started out with that, and that talks about victory. So I think you have all of the potential to have this victory and to have this Ten of Pentacles. But this is really Spirit telling you guys as well, like, other people can see this potential, but they don't see you actually applying yourself and using this potential. Okay, so for you guys, I'm actually going to be getting some guidance from Spirit on how you can make some positive changes in your life. I didn't do this for the other groups, but I feel like for your group, it is necessary. So I'm just using this little deck that I have. So Spirit, what can group number 3 focus on? What should they be working on? Can you give us some extra guidance, please? Okay, we have Six of Pentacles. So interesting here, it is in the upright. So you have to be willing to put in your side of the work. So you really have to put in more effort when it comes to maybe career or something like that. So you have to balance the scales here. So if you know that there is some type of relationship in your life where you have been taking more than you have been giving, there's a Spirit saying that you really have to bring things back into balance and give back to that person or the institution or whatever. Okay, we also have the Sun in the reverse. So you might have to put yourself in a more vulnerable position. Maybe this is asking people for help. If you don't know how to organize your life, you're not a very strategic person, you don't know like how to do admin very well. I think this is Spirit saying like it's okay to reach out to other people, not to use them for your own benefit, but to ask for advice and for help. Maybe even checking online, like YouTube videos of how to organize your finances better, and things like that. Let's get 1 or 2 more. Spirit, some more advice for group number 3, please. Oh, that's too many. I'm just going to take this one. Okay, we have the Fool in the reverse. I feel like you should refrain from making any reckless decisions. Maybe you are used to jumping in very quickly in certain types of situations, and then you're like this deer. Suddenly you're in the situation and you don't know which way to go, and now you're stuck and you can't really see a way forward. And this is Spirit saying like, maybe just take a minute to stop and think before you make any decisions, and just consider all of the facets that is at play, you know. And once again, asking people for their opinion, maybe getting some advice. We also have Judgment in reverse. So maybe you will have to ask for forgiveness from some people, especially if you have misused their relationship with you in the past. I don't think this is a case of that all is lost. It's just that you have to come clean about how you were struggling, and telling them like, this isn't your strong suit, you know, and people are more empathetic and understanding than what you may realize. So I definitely see that this will be something that could make a big improvement in your life. And when you're willing to admit your faults, people are also more willing to help you, because then they can also see where you are coming from. Let's get one last one here. I also wanted to say with the Sun card, I'm getting like Leo energy as well, so linking in with this fiery energy that we started with. And Leo can feign confidence quite well, so I think you present yourself as someone who is victorious and whatever, but it's really just pride that's making you act in that way, when in reality you are this scared little deer that isn't sure where they are going. And this really isn't like trying to call you guys out, but Spirit just wants to help you and guide you so that you can reach your full potential and really live the life that you deserve. We also have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse again. I almost feel like Spirit is saying your focus shouldn't be on like living your dream life. That is something that will come later. Right now you have to focus on removing negative habits or negative people or just experiences and substances and obsessions from your life. And that's when more doors will be opening up to you, and you will be able to effortlessly have a more stable and more abundant life. Okay, so group number 3, that is what people are saying behind your back. So I think they see you as someone with a lot of potential, but someone that isn't using that potential. And Spirit is really encouraging you guys to focus on bettering yourself, so you can show everyone in the community as well what you are capable of. So that is what I see for you guys. I wish you guys all of the best on this journey. I really hope you guys will find ways to improve maybe your general life and the way that you conduct everything in your career and your relationships. So if you want to, you can give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I hope you guys just have a lovely day, and I will see you guys in a future video soon. Bye.